Okay, we have stopped in these slides in which we were talking about the laundry shops. We still in the example for capacity of the machine. How can we use the full capacity of the machines? Machine 1 is exclusively used for linens of similar colors. We said about the similar colors, which is the same materials, and it needs less times if there is another materials or different materials. For example, white colors for clothes for the 8 hours operations, means in the full shift in the day. Setup time, pour water, liquid detergent, bleach and fabric softener takes the operators 10 minutes. That is the times for the setup time, pour water, liquid detergent and bleach and fabric softener. 10 minutes. Unloading, this means take out the clothes out of the machines and machine cleaning, and then before the second trial or trying and the second cleaning, the operator should clean the machines, and this takes 7 minutes from the operators. After that, washing takes 20 minutes, rising takes 10 minutes, and drying takes 5 minutes. The total setup time for each batch only takes 70 minutes, since the detergent, fabric softeners and other treatments are used in the same types of the linens. Because it is the same ways for the washing of the same color. If the machine is used for another color, the machine may be required a longer setup time. It is surely that is throughout cleaning of wash to remove the bleaching detergent, because this may damage the brightness of color of the linens. لأنه نستخدم نفس الألوان، فعملية هو يتكلم على إنه راح يكون هناك تأخر في الوقت إذا استخدم مثلا ألوان أخرى، فبيحتاج إنه يشيل هذه المواد المزيلة للبياض والمواد الأخرى مثل الصوابين، فبالتالي بيحتاج إلى وقت أكثر. Introduce more efficient tooling. Here we have to concentrate on the type of the toolings. What is the metals which is made of, and we have to concentrate on the strength and the speeds of the toolings. Here the strength of the cutting tools should be considered. The analyst should take note of what material the tools are made of, what type of the materials, what is that metals of that material is made of. So the properties dictate their capability of performing their functions. Also, the tools should help contribute to the speeds of the process. The analyst has to take note of the methods for holding while the efficient tool is developed. This will increase the productivity. Appropriate hands tools should be specified to required task. Every task should be in the specific tools. If any case inappropriate hands tools is used, there might be difficulty in the process and may lead injuries to the workers. يعني التولز اللي نحن نستخدمه يجب أن تكون بشكل مناسب مالا فسوف تؤدي إلى بعض المشاكل في السيفتي في حياة البشر، في الانهيارات التي تحدث في موقع العمل. We come to the material handling. Material handling, what does it mean? And what is the useful of the material handling? And what is the equipment to make easier transformation from the place to another place? Here, material handling includes motion, time, place, quantity, and space constraints. All these points are included for the useful of the material handling, which is easily movement for the materials. First, material handling must ensure that parts, raw materials, and processed materials, finished products, and supplies are moved periodically from location to location. Periodically and easily movement. Second, since each operation requires materials and supplies at particular time, material handling assures that no production process or customer is hampered by either the early or late arrivals of materials. Third, materials handling must ensure that materials are delivered at each location without damage. This is the conditions also for the material handling, that the material handling must be delivered to the specified location without any damage and in the proper quantity, also in the quantity which we need. Finally, materials handling must consider storage space, both temporarily and dormant. Material handling, what is the use or the useful of the principle of material handling? Nebel enumerated the following 5 points should be considered for reducing the time spent in handling material as the following. That means what the useful of the material handling as a reduction in the time. First, reduce the time spent in picking up material, because there is a way for easy transportation of material handlings from one place to another place. And the second, use mechanized or automated equipment. This should be there in the location of the material handling. Make better use of existing handling facilities. That means if there is a facilities, we have to use these facilities in better way. Handle material with greater and consider the application of bar coding for inventory and related applications. Material handling reduced the time spent. The position of workstation is equally important to the transportation of goods from any materials handling tasks. Workstation positioning may reduce time spent in picking up and moving of materials. It may also eliminate costly handling at the machine, since it gives the operators a chance to do job faster with less efforts, because in the material handling we use all the efficient materials to transfer the materials. For example, materials can be stocked directly on pallets or skids after being processed at the workstation. That is, sometimes we use that materials. At the same times, after processing, we make stacked that materials directly in pallets or skids. Mechanical equipment, conveyor or drop delivers can move the goods stacks to the other workstations. In the right hand of the pictures, we see some mechanical handling for the easier transformation of the materials. We have to use this mechanical handling equipment. This mechanical equipment can reduce the time spent in moving the goods, in addition to the reduction of damage, and also damage will be less, improve safety, alleviates fatigue, and increases production output. Equipment must be properly selected. Standardization is important consideration for this equipment because the operator skills required, operator training, equipment interchangeability, and the required repair parts. Make better use of existing handling facilities. We have to go through a better way for the using of existing handling equipment or handling facilities. The existing equipment must be used effectively. The equipment and the method should be flexible to move large quantity. Neville stated that palletizing materials in temporary and permanent storage allows greater quantities to be transported faster than storing material without use of pallets. في معانا ما يسمى بناقلات المواد، يسموها المنصات، مثل المنصات، تشبه المنصات، يسموها ناقلات المواد. فأكيد إنه ناقلات المواد أو خازنات المؤقتة أو تسمى الخازنات مؤقت أو دائمة، هذه تسمح بعملية نقل المواد بشكل كبير أسرع من عملية خزن المواد بدون تلك المنصات. هذه توفر لنا تقريبا ما يساوي 65% in labor cost. Specially designed racks، يعني الصفوف المصممة بشكل ممتاز، can improve the capacity of the equipment. The compartment hooks، كل هذه equipment which are compartments، hooks اللي هي الخطاطيف، bins or supports for holding the work should be in multiples of 10، يعني مضاعفات العشرة for ease of counting during، هذه طبعا مضاعفات العشرة من أجل أنه تسهيل عملية العد during processing and final inspections. If any material handling equipment is used only parts of the time, consider the possibilities of putting it to use a greater share of the time. The production can be relocated to adapt to a material handling equipment to diversified areas of work. Companies may achieve greater utilization. All these points and the better using of facilities, all the companies which use these ways will achieve greater utilization, and we can see in figure in the right hand different designs for handling facilities which can be used in manufacturing organization. Handling material with greater care. We have to pay some care, full care for the handling of materials. Nabel stated that industrial surveys indicates that approximately 10% of plant accidents happens during material handling. This makes a cost for production added to the base cost during of course, or it is surely that by experience 25% are caused by lifting and shifting materials, and 40% of accidents appears in the material handlings, and 25% of these 40s are caused by shifting and lifting. Handling material with greater care reduce fatigue and accidents. Accidents can cause delays and other added work content. We talk about the added work content. This will be caused by the accidents, and the higher cost will be there. A factory that is free of accident is an efficient factory. It allows a continuous flow of work and no added costs are incurred. Workers should install all materials handling equipment in a manner compatible with existing safety codes. This means standardization. Better handling also reduces product damage. Investigate areas wherein the number of rejected parts in moving goods from one workstation to another in order to eliminate these problems. The specially designed racks can be made to hold parts while they are moved so as to avoid bumping or dropping from the containers. Barcoding. What is the useful of barcoding? Barcoding, this is machining instead of keyboard. Barcoding is useful for receiving, warehousing, job tracking, labor reporting, tool, creep control, shipping, failure reporting, quality assurance, tracking, production control, and scheduling. Barcoding can reduce the time in recording material and update inventory records. نحتاج الباركودينج الموجود في المخازن والموجود في السوبر ماركت الكبيرة، ونحتاجه في output production. هذا معناته يوفر لنا الوقت في عملية الإدخال وفي عملية تتبع المخزون وفي عملية تتبع الطلب كذلك. The following reasons justify the use of barcodings: accuracy, acceptance, low cost, portability. Accuracy: typically representative performance is less than 1 error in 3.4 million characters. This is the failure rate. It is very less. This compares favorably with the 2 to 5% error that is characteristics of keyboard data entry. يعني العملية وما فيها، يعني مفضلة عملية استخدام الباركودينج من 2 إلى 5%. that is من استخدام الكيبورد. يعني يقول this compares favorably with the 2 to 5% errors that is characteristics of keyboard data entry performance. A barcode scanners enters data 3 to 4 times faster. أكيد هذا than typically keyboard entry. يعني لو رجعنا للنقطة هذه النقطة this compare favorably with the 2 to 5% errors that is characteristics of keyboard data entry. معناته انه 2 إلى 5% أخطاء مقارنة بالكيبورد. Acceptance most employees enjoy using the scanning wand. أكيد إن ال scanning wands مجرد هو عبارة مثل الماوس نمسكه في اليد، فأكيد بيكون مفضل. Low cost since barcodes are printed on packages and containers. The cost of adding this identification is extremely low. أكيد بيكون قل. Portability. An operator can carry a barcode scanners into any area of the plants to determine such things as inventories and order status. سهل الحمل وسهل التنقل من مكان إلى آخر. The Material Handling Institute عندنا هنا الآن في معنا Institute عمل على 10 principles تحسين 10 مبادئ للماتريال handling which are useful to the analyst. They are planning principle, standardization principle, work principle, ergonomics principle, unit load principle, space utilization principle, system principle, automation principle, environmental principle, life cycle cost principles. We have to extend these points as the follows. Planning principle. What is the planning principle? All material handling should be the results of deliberate plan in which the needs, performance, objectives, and functional specifications of the proposed methods are completely defined at the outset. يعني في بداية الأمر، يعني يجب أن تكون هناك خطة معروفة ومدروسة. هذه يسمى مبدأ التخطيط للاحتياج للأهداف المرجوة، لما يسمى الخصائص من هذا المنتج أو من الطريقة التي ننتج بها هذا المنتج. يجب أن تكون بشكل كامل معرفة في بداية الأمر. Standardization principle. Material handling methods, equipment, controls, and software should be standardized. Without standardization, the operation and process will take much time, will take cost. Even all this material handling, equipment, control, and software should be standardized within the limits of achieving overall performance objectives and without sacrificing needed flexibilities. بدون أي تضحيات نحتاج لها. يعني يجب أن نتتبع ما يسمى standardization. الwork principles. Material handling work should be minimized without sacrificing productivity or level of service required of the operations. Ergonomics principles, which is human capabilities and limitations must be recognized and respected also in the design of material handling tasks. All the movement or ergonomics in the human should be considered and should be recognized and respected, which are capabilities and limitations of the humans. That is to ensure safe and effective operations. Unit load principles. Unit load shall be approximately sized and configured. أي الكميات من أجل السيفتي، كل هذا من أجل السيفتي يجب أن تكون ذات حجم معين وهيئة معينة in way that achieves the materials flow and inventory objectives at each stage in the supply chain. في كل مرحلة من المراحل وفي كل محطة من المحطات يجب أن يكون هناك أحجام معينة وهيئة معينة لهذه المواد، يعني ألا تكون ذات أحمال غير طبيعية. Space utilization principle. Effective and efficient use must be made of all available space. Space should be in the adequate manner. System principle. Material movement and storage activities should be fully integrated to form coordinated operational systems that spans receiving, inspection, storage, production, assembly, packaging, utilizing, order selection, shipping, transportation, and returns handling. Then, automation principles. What is the automation principles? Material handling operation should be mechanized or automated where feasible to improve operational efficiency. This is the automation to increase responsiveness, improve consistency and predictability, decreasing the operating cost and eliminating the repetitive or potentially unsafe manual labor. Environmental principles. Environmental impacts and energy consumption are criteria to consider when designing or selecting alternative equipment and material handling system. And the last is life cycle cost principles. A thorough economics analysis should account for the entire life cycles of materials handling equipment and resulting system. All the best.